Have you ever eaten a donut that's so pillowy, soft and jammy, you have to physically close your eyes so that your soul can experience it? These freshly fried, filled and sugared donuts with a classic strawberry jam filling do just that. The recipe begins with strong white bread flour. The bread flour provides just the right amount of protein and therefore structure to the donuts, keeping them light and airy. I don't eat eggs, so I won't be adding them, and instead I found a workaround. As well as adding yeast to our mixture, we'll also be adding a touch of baking powder, which gives the donuts a little extra lift. Since this is an enriched dough, we'll also need some unsalted butter and warm, full-fat milk. Give this dough a rough mix and then transfer it to the stand mixer with the dough hook attachment in place. It might seem like a long time, but we're going to work this dough for around 10 minutes on a medium-high speed, and that's going to give the dough a fantastic structure and elasticity. Pop it into a bowl, cover with cling film and allow to rise in a warm place for around 60 to 90 minutes. Once you've punched all the air out of the risen dough, you can roll it out to around 2 centimeters thick. Stamp your donuts out using a floured cutter until all of the dough is used up. As you're working, you can pop them onto a flat baking tray lined with some parchment paper. Once you've cut out all of your donuts, we need to let them proof again, this time for around 30 minutes and uncovered. Leave some space around each donut on the tray because, like the dark night, they'll rise again. In a bid to not deflate my donuts, I like to cut the baking parchment around the donut and then simply lower it into the oil like this, very carefully. You can remove the baking parchment once the donut slides off in the oil. These donuts are so light and airy, you'd never believe that they're egg-free. In fact, this donut recipe is really easy to veganize. If you want to make a vegan version, simply swap the butter for your favourite plant-based spread and the milk for a dairy-free milk alternative such as soy milk or any kind of nut milk. These donuts need to be fried on both sides at around 180 degrees Celsius. They'll rise like this and create a gorgeous stripe in the middle. As is always the case when deep frying, try not to overcrowd the pan and fry too many things at once, because this can lower the temperature of the oil and things might not cook through fully. All in all, each donut should be in the oil for around 4 to 5 minutes, so around 2 to 2.5 minutes per side. And that will ensure that they are not raw or doughy in the middle. I don't know about you, but I find it kind of meditative watching them bobbing around in the oil, just floating there, whilst I think about all of the delicious potential fillings that could be inside. If jam isn't your thing, then you could always use a thick pastry cream or custard, applesauce, pumpkin pie filling, lemon curd, peanut butter, or dark chocolate ganache. You can also make these traditional jam donuts half the size for mini jam donuts or donut holes. Now that all of our donuts are fried, we're going to let them cool down for around 5 to 10 minutes. During this time, we can prepare our filling and sugar coating. I'm using a cardamom sugar, and this is a bit of an ode to my Indian roots. You can, however, use plain sugar or cinnamon sugar. I love the flavour combination of strawberry and cardamom. On my tray, I'm just mixing together caster sugar and some ground cardamom pods. Caster sugar is ideal for coating donuts since it is much finer than granulated sugar. One by one, coat your slightly warm donuts in that sugar, making sure that you get them well covered. As a kid, a brown paper bag of donuts off the bakery shelf in my West Yorkshire hometown was the ultimate treat. Still warm, I could feel how soft they were right through the bag. I'd clutch them tightly as if to fend off predators while I waited in the queue to pay with my pocket money. I always found it so hard to resist the temptation to open that bag in the car and eat them one by one. If you don't want to add a filling, you can always stop here and serve the donuts as they are in all of their sugar-coated goodness. We are going to add a filling, a strawberry jam filling, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. All you need to do is make a small hole using a chopstick or the back of a spoon right into the center of the donut, going about halfway, so don't poke it all the way through. And then pipe the jam into the center. If your jam is quite firm, then you can give it a little stir or slightly warm it beforehand, but make sure that it's not hot because a jam burn is no fun. Repeat this process for all of your donuts using your strawberry jam or any kind of jam of your choice. You could even mix up all of your flavors so that you have a bit of a donut roulette. These donuts never fail to bring me comfort and joy. I'd love to learn what your favorite comfort foods are. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Please like and share this video. It really helps support this channel and gets my content seen by more people. The full recipe measurements can be found in the description box below, and I will see you next time for a brand new recipe.